And away we go. You guys, Candace Owens just posted that someone's trying to kill her. And not just anybody, the Macrons and the entire French government. She says, 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government. After determining this person's position and proximity to the French couple, I have deemed the information they gave me to be credible enough to share publicly in the event that something happens. In short, this person claims that the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. What the hell is going on? She also states, further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. But it gets even weirder. You guys, a year before, to the date, someone actually made threats to kill Candace and her family, according to the New Jersey District Courts. And this person was identified as Haim Braverman, and then a year later, Charlie Kirk dies. Coincidence? Let's keep going. I mean, it is kind of weird. If you Google French intelligence agents or assassins, you get stuff like this. French ex-spy suspected of Congo plot shot dead in the Alps. And you get something like this. French intelligence agents charged in alleged murder plot. Not to mention, remember that Candace said that Macron's wife, Brigitte Macron, is a man. So if all this is true, it really makes you wonder if that is true as well. And once again, Candace is dropping breadcrumbs for us to pick up because she posted all this on the anniversary of JFK's assassination today, November 22nd. You can't make this shit up. Make sure you guys get into my Telegram and my YouTube, The Maverick Approach. But as always, let me know what you guys think below.
Haley Gopi in Ethiopia has just erupted, and it stated that this is just what biblical prophecy described, that in the end, these great cataclysms and natural disasters would strike the lands. So the question is, are we witnessing biblical prophecy and great things before our eyes that are aligning with what Scripture said would happen? Or could this be something entirely different as we are preparing to watch another global reset take place, which happens, it seems, every so often, or is ignited? I mean, what do you think?
You guys, you may want to stop eating Campbell's soup. Like now. It turns out that this whistleblower and former employee of Campbell's Soup, Robert Garza, files a lawsuit against the company for disclosing this.
If I look at it, look at me. Bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You?
Yeah, you heard that right. 3D printed chicken and bioengineered food, which can be easily verified if you just turn around the label. Says it right there, bioengineered food ingredients. Now that VP of Campbell's Soup, Martin Bally, was referring to this. 3D printed meat involves growing animal cells in a lab using 3D printing to shape them into meat-like products. How is this legal? Well, that's because the FDA and the Department of Agriculture jointly regulates it as a novel food. Have you guys ever wondered why it's the Food and Drug Administration? Because one is the cause and the other is the solution. Now this raises a bigger question about our food supply because just McDonald's alone serves 6.5 million burgers per day. And if you put that with how many cows we produce, the numbers don't add up. But it gets even wilder. You guys, back in 2016, a company by the name of Clear Labs tested over 70 different fast food chains' burgers, and the results speak for themselves. Let's take a look, shall we? So we have 2 cases of meat being in vegetarian meat, no black bean in black bean burgers, over 4% of contaminated pathogenic DNA, 3 cases of rat DNA, 1 case of human DNA, and a partridge in a pear tree. I guess this is why they call it fast food, because this is the fastest way to get to the hospital. Make sure you guys get my detox programs. Also, get in my Telegram and my YouTube, Maverick Approach. But let me know what you guys think about all this down below.
Diddy was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months today. He tried to get the judge to drop the prostitution charges, but they wouldn't. People would look at that like justice served, but for Diddy, he got off easy. He'll be out sometime next year, in my opinion, with all his back time, which is 13 months. And if you offer good time where he is or where he'll be going, I would say by the middle of next year, we'll be seeing him walk out of those doors. He won't do the entire 4 years in prison. He'll have to pay a $500,000 fine also. The prosecutors was trying to get 11 years and 3 months. The night before his sentencing, he submitted a letter to the court asking for leniency, but that had no effect. And here's the thing, Diddy's not done dealing with court. he still has at least 50 lawsuits accusing him of SA and other misconduct. Of course, he denied those allegations, but for everyone thinking he was going to get 20 or 30 years, it didn't happen. With his back time, he's looking at 3 years and 1 month. But if you ask me, forget the Epstein files, release the Diddy files. I want to see who on those videos. I know Diddy files will make Epstein look like child's play. Oh wait, my bad. Y'all disregard that.
And that wound's an exit wound. Exit wound. Got shot.
Mr. Tatum, you have been selected. Now that was Tatum doing a reaction video to one of my viral videos on the Charlie Kirk situation, which we can all agree there's more holes in that plot than a Tubi movie, but why is he so sold on the official report? Now, that was one of the videos he responded to, and including this one where he commented, I was being mindless, giving my thoughts on Erica Kirk, in which did 8.8 million views. Now, in those videos, he said I was dealing in conspiracy theories, but here's the thing. Everything I said in those videos were either factual or opinions in which Charlie Kirk was all about. Freedom of speech, right? So let me show you mindless. So you, a former cop, probably the worst I've ever seen, do know how people get convicted if there's no solid eyewitness. It's a little thing called evidence, so let's run down some facts, shall we? Did Tyler Robinson go to Utah State University where they have a CIA program called the Center for Anticipatory Intelligence? True. Was George Zinn a distraction saying shoot me while he was getting arrested while Tyler was getting away? True. Was there Google search spikes of Tyler Robinson and Charlie Kirk months before the shooting in the DC area? True. Are you a critically thinking individual who does their due diligence? False. Because if you did, you would know I'm one of the main reasons why Trump is in office to this day, being that my story on Kamala Harris was featured on New York Post, Forbes, and about 100 other outlets, but she tried to turncoat me in this email trying to pay me off for her support, in which I exposed in another video severely damaging her campaign. But you call me a conspiracy theorist, you're no better than the mainstream media at this point. You mean to tell me that this World War I weapon that Tyler got from his grandpa and conveniently doesn't have a serial number fit perfectly into his backpack? Not sure why, because that's been debunked. You mean to tell me that you believe in a government that had a hand in the MLK and JFK assassination, but we're drawing the line at Charlie Kirk? Got it. Now, let's do some quick numbers because something's not adding up. He has 2.3 million followers on Instagram, right? Can anybody tell me why his sins on his videos don't add up to that at all? So you have 73, 142, 15 sins? I'm not a mathematician or anything, but something's going on here. And that engagement he is getting on that video he responded to me, he's getting completely cooked by his own audience. Just pause and read. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room, and usually wrong too. Word of advice, next time, don't bring a butter knife to a gunfight.
Can anybody tell me what's wrong with this picture? I want y'all to take a look at this picture, and I want y'all to leave down in the comments. The last video we did almost had 2 million views. I love when I drop these videos. We have some of the best conversations inside my comments. We got the livest chat on TikTok, and that's facts. It's December, and we almost at 80 million views for just this channel this year. Shout out to my team, to my chat. We got the livest chat. Y'all know how we give it up. We keep it real. Some of y'all don't like what we say, but go to another page. Y'all know how we give it up here. So what is wrong with this picture right here? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 iconic black brothers in this picture that is no longer with us. What is wrong with this picture right here? This picture right here really did something to me when I looked at it, and I want to see if anybody else is thinking like.
This device exposed a £1 trillion industry, and it is a copper tongue scraper. And this used to be in all of the dentists and everyone's home in the 1800s, up until they started to ban them and stop producing them. Because copper is antibacterial and antimicrobial. So when people were gliding this across their tongue and cleaning their tongue with it, It was preventing any bacteria from coming back, and people were no longer getting dental issues, which nearly put the dental industry out of business. But if they have no customers, they won't make a profit. So they then removed copper tongue scrapers and replaced them with stainless steel ones and plastic ones, which are not antibacterial, antimicrobial. And just like copper water bottles, when you glide this across your tongue, the copper mineral is absorbed by your mouth. And if you didn't know, copper is essential for your brain, skin and hair. So if you're looking for a copper tongue scraper, I'll leave a link.
We still have DVDs, and people still get them because when they lock this internet up, ain't nobody streaming nothing. Streaming was created for real-time editing. The reason we're all into streaming, the reason why they took the hard drive out of the Apple TV, the reason why they don't want you with content is because they want to be able to alter content. See, if you're streaming, it's on their server, not yours. You don't own it. You don't even have it. That's why they sell a computer now, the fastest computer out right now, and the hard drive is tiny. Why you only give me 128 gigabytes? And then if you want more, you got to pay thousands of dollars.
Absolutely.
Why are they doing that? Because they want it in the cloud. Because two things happens if it's in the cloud. One,
They haven't.
and the other thing is they learn it. Metatron don't know. He's not omniscient. He's not like God or whatever. This demon spirit has to learn.
They
It's
need our voices, our images, our...
Dude, it's us. We're all cyborgs. There's a digital version of all of us in the hands of the enemy. He's created it from our uploads. He's showing all your birthdays. He's showing everything you do. He's learning. How else would the devil be omnipresent? He wants to be like God. The internet makes him omnipresent.
That's crazy.
This is what's going to happen in the next crash. It's going to happen pretty soon. Obama signed something, thanks Obama, to where he made you an unsecured creditor. And what this means is the next crash not going to be a bail out. It's going to be a bail in. This is called the Frank Dodd Act.
Explain it. Bail in. Like,
So-
what do you mean by that?
So Obama signed the Dodd-Frank Act, in which he saw the '08 crash, right? Never can happen again. So to withstand that and sustain that for the next crash, bail in is going to happen. So when the banks got bailed out last time, right? The bail in is where he makes everybody who has a bank account become an unsecured creditor. So when you deposit your money, guess what happens when there's a crash? Take it out. That's what the Dodd-Frank Act is. That's what he signed. To where, you know, the banks don't have to get bailed out and scramble. No, we just have the bank. We have the money in the accounts already. This already happened.
So they're going to take everybody's money.
Yeah. When a crash happens and it's catastrophic and they can't print their way out of it anymore, what do you think they're going to take next?
That will cause a revolution.
Or a complete dystopian future to where we don't own anything.
Is that in the works?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think they're going to be able to pull it off?
I mean, this already happened in Greece as well. Like, there's historical data that shows there's been bail-ins across the world. There's people throwing their money in the street because it's not worth anything. Like, we're $35 trillion in debt. Do you think we're going to get out of that debt?
I don't even know how all that works. Like, how
Are
can
we in
United...
debt to who? China? Who are we in debt to?
Well,
or is it England? What's going on?
We kicked the can down the road for so long, and it's at a breaking point right now. We had a lot of greedy politicians and presidents and all these people in government who just pretty much sold us out. Why do you think we're selling so much shit? We really don't produce anything anymore. We're always selling shit in America.
We so don't.
With this act in place, with the national debt, which is, you can't recover it from that, what do you think is going to happen? It is now, right now, cheaper to rent than own a home right now. How do you get ahead? Where's the American dream at that point? We're priced out. The middle class is done for. We're going to get crushed by AI, the national debt. There's too much on top.
I don't know if there's a way back. How can you tell somebody who paid $700,000 for a house to sell it cheaper than that? Even though the house might not be even worth that.
Right.
Unless there's like a complete collapse.
I believe this is why Trump is really trying to set up America to be the crypto capital of the world. Not only to, you know, push forward innovation, he's trying to get out of that debt. That's what he's doing. He's going to use crypto to try to get out of that debt.
So I understand there's been a lot of concerns about my whereabouts.
Look how fat he is.
Some people think the Illuminati have got me.
This is in 2023.
Some people think I've been took by the Freemasons.
Look at his face.
But don't worry. bully slaying business is still around, innit?
Still worrying,
I just took a little break, you know, celebrating my 1.1 million followers and that. So,
from the hospital.
but we've got a lot more content to come.
Look how
yeah,
fat he
we
is.
ain't done. You think we're done? We're just a come.
Come on, brother.
Yeah, so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. If you want to send me personal messages, subscribe to my Instagram.
3 years ago.
We've got the podcast coming out. We've got the movie coming out. We've got the documentary coming out.
Look the same.
Yeah, and we've got the world tour just about to start.
No world tour.
So keep it 1
I mean, all the fast food spots are closing down too, which I think, you know, that's because of everybody's waking up to the shit. I mean, you have just constant videos and shit coming out where people are just becoming more aware, but McDonald's closed 700 stores. Wendy's is closing 300 plus stores, fourth quarter alone. Like, I think we're entering a new era where fast food is out.
Well, going back to the movies, here's the thing. In the movie Demolition Man,
This is fantastic. You guys gotta try this.
Just don't ask where the meat comes from.
there was fast food wars, and basically all these fast food companies were going out of business and they were fighting for the top position. The only one that survived was Taco Bell. Now, Taco Bell, what are we seeing with Taco Bell?
They're turning into bars, cantinas. They're popping up everywhere.
In the movie, all the restaurants are all Taco Bell, and they're like fancy. And when oh boy went to go meet the mayor guy, he was like, yeah, you know, chick was like, yeah, he's taking us to Taco Bell. It's gonna be amazing. And then he was like, Taco Bell? He was like, what? And he went there, it was all fancy and it was crazy.
It's literally like that in Hollywood.
So could it, yeah.
Could it literally
be
happen? Yep.
that all these fast food restaurants are gonna go away because you, like you just said, 700 locations closed down for McDonald's, all these.
That's a lot of fucking locations.
That's a lot.
Starbucks, 600. Dairy Queen, Hooters just filed for bankruptcy.
And that's the thing, information moves at the speed of light now because we have social media. People are realizing they can do their research on all these things where, 3D printed meat, and we're looking at, you know, all these companies that were lying to us over time and all these lawsuits. So people aren't eating these fast food restaurants anymore because they're like, there's other alternatives.
When it comes to Charlie Kirk's situation, this was basically an emulation of what took place when you're talking about the movie Civil War. One thing about his death, it basically symbolizes a declaration of war. It's basically setting the stage for the next blueprint when you're talking about Donald Trump. From June 14th all the way up until the time of September 10th of what took place with Charlie Kirk, that is exactly 88 days. And 88 days is equated to Pope Francis, who died, which is basically the Pope who opened up the 5 portals to get back to the Galactic Center. So what you're seeing taking place right now is an emulation of a Freemasonic ritual. There's a movie that just came out in alignment with, Charlie Kirk's. It's called The Conjuring, because The Conjuring itself, it talks about how you have a mirror, and the mirror was a representation of a fractured reality. And on top of the mirror, you had the 3 heads. It's basically a representation of the rise of the 3 beasts of Revelations that is equated to Donald Trump, who's going to control international governments, and Pope Leo XIV, who's going to control New World Order, one world religion. And then you got Elon Musk, who's going to be in control of the quantum crypto control system that's going to be facilitated by artificial intelligence. Everything that you're seeing taking place right now with Charlie Kirk, with the symbolism through the movies and gematria, is talking about the rise of the 3 beasts of Revelations.
You sleeping gods, sleeping goddesses. The elites is your shepherd, but you don't need him though. You only follow him because you trust him. You trust him to provide food for you, grocery stores. You trust him to provide finances for you. You work for his companies. You wait on his tax returns. And you trust him to provide safe haven for you. You trust this military to go fight other countries and protect you. When these other countries, the people that the military go fight, in the same boat you in. But you rooting for this military to go kill them people overseas, and them people overseas look like you. The people they killing got the same carbon in them you got. People in the third world countries, nigga, they being enslaved like you is. Only because you trust the shepherd. And you only trust him because he has been mean to you. Slavery.
Did you know that all my original videos that I recorded, I was being detained in an insane asylum all my days. So you see, when I got 1.3 million followers, that's when they released me from the mental home. So you've never seen the Body Slayer free. The Body Slayer has always been in captivity. Listen, let me break this down. From 2019 to 2023, I was in a mental home. All my original videos, I was in an insane asylum. And in 2023, they let me out. And I was out for 7 months, and they put me back in prison for 2 years. And now, I'm out since June. So what's that? June, January, February, March, April, May. Come on, bro, do the maths. I've been out for 6 months. I'm about to go missing again. So for all the people that say you look different, you've never seen me. For all the people that say I've been cloned, you didn't know that you was watching a guy in a mental home. Go to scroll to the bottom of my video. Go and scroll to the bottom of my channel and you will see the Body Slayer was in captivity. I was in an insane asylum for speaking that real talk. Bam. So that lets you know that you don't even know what you're looking at. Yeah, but oh, he looks different. He looks skinny. Brother, the eyes are useless when the mind is blind.
Heaven does not exist, your head is heaven, and it is where God is present, in the pineal gland, the third eye. The pineal gland is the seat of consciousness, also referred to as the throne of God, which acts as that voice in your head, which is God. And that's what the 3 wise men represent. The pituitary gland, thalamus, and pineal gland. And that's why you have 33 vertebrae in your spine, because Jesus died at 33. And so when you spiritually ascend, Christ oil is released through the vertebrae, and you can raise it by eating alkaline foods. And that's another reason they put fluoride in your water, to block the pineal gland, which can be seen present in Egyptian artwork and Sumerian artwork. And as a result, you can't experience astral projection because your pineal gland is calcified, because your frequency will be out of balance and lowered, because your chakras are not resonating, because we are electrical beings that operate in an electromagnetic field, which is why they stopped teaching the ether, because it exposed free energy and proves that everything has a frequency and vibration which you can increase or lower based on your activity. And that's why the elites removed the ether and teachings of the pineal gland, because then everyone would resonate at high frequencies and be able to experience astral projection. And is another reason all of the Tartarian buildings and structures were completely erased, because they were ridden with etheric energy which could heal anybody.
All you black Americans that celebrate Thanksgiving and talk about Tartarian mud flood, just come off the thing. You hypocritical. All you white Americans that celebrate Thanksgiving are slave masters. You can't come and talk to me. Let me try that again. All you Americans that celebrated the killing, the raping, the eating of the black, indigenous, native people, you can no longer talk to the Body Slayer ever again. So the mainstream narrative says that white people handed out blankets with all type of diseases and nastiness, because you know how they don't wash and clean, and they killed loads of people. Happy Thanksgiving. What a beautiful day. So first of all, in England, we don't even know what Thanksgiving is. Somebody, America. Like, America, you're so slow and backwards that you asked me, the Bully Slayer. What? Are you dizzy, bruv? Are you dumb, bruv? Now, where's my cup of tea? Listen, you asked the Bully Slayer if I celebrated how America got reset. Tartaria, what are you celebrating? Happy for who? For the reset? For the hammer and chisel? Don't you know what I mean? All of my content is in opposition of Thanksgiving. So if you celebrate Thanksgiving, you're at war with me on the front line. Did you know that? Did you know my content, because I need to keep repeating it because I've realized most Americans were celebrating Thanksgiving.